becoming a real challenge now to stick to that 130 beats per minute. Good morning everyone, Wednesday morning, week 3 of this training block for the Tarawera 102 kilometre trail event there in New Zealand on February 11, 2023. Today I am doing the first MAF test. If you've watched the video a couple of videos ago, guys, you know that I'm using the Maffetone Method to prepare for the Tarawera 102 kilometre. Struck a pretty good day actually. It's a little bit cooler than it has been the last few days. That's always an advantage when you're doing some low heart rate running. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock now. I have had breakfast. I've had some toast, a cup of coffee. So there's a little bit of fuel in the body. I've come to a place called Kiwana Park. It's a big open area, mainly cricket fields, but nice loop here, flat. A couple of little out and backs that I can do as well. Should be able to get a nice 10 kilometers in here. That's right, I am doing 10 kilometers for the MAF test. I know if you read up on the Maffetone Method, it does say to do an 8 kilometre. Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays are my days where I run, so around about an hour, 10 to 12 kilometres. So I'm going to do the MAF test at 10 kilometres. How this MAF test is going to work, let me take my glasses off, guys, that's a bit rude. I'm doing a 10-minute walk warm up straight into the 10 kilometre MAF test, and then a 10 kilometre cool down walk as well. The aim, of course, is to stick to that 130 beats per minute, my Maffetone aerobic function heart rate number, level, whatever you want to call it. I'll put it up here on screen, guys, so you can see how I've worked that out. Have done that several times here on the channel in the past, but for anyone new around here, I'll put that up there so you know how I've come to get to 130 beats per minute. I'm just going to finish off this 10-minute walk now, and then I'll be into it, so I'll get back to you when I start the MAF test. 3, 2, 1, let's go. One kilometre. It's a little bit humid. So far, so good. 2K. Seems to be rolling along at a nice pace. Hope my heart rate strap's working properly, because I'm well under. About 3.5K in. Sitting right on 130 beats per minute. Don't want to get too carried away. Just drop the pace a fraction. Keep it under that Maffetone aerobic function heart rate level. Halfway, noticing some cardiac drift now, so I've had to check the pace. Heart rate is rising, so I've just eased off a little. $6K. It's becoming a real challenge now to stick to that 130 beats per minute. Right on it. 7K. Pace is really blown out now. Heart rate really elevated in that K. $2K to go. Just got to hold it together now. plus K. I'm really on the pace slippery slide now. Slowed right down. Whew. Well done, guys. Oh wow, huge, I don't know if you can call it cardiac drift, because heart rate stayed around that 130. It was a pace drift. Really, over those last 3k, really noticed a significant drop in pace. Really good to put down that base now, because it gives me something to work on. It also shows me too that my aerobic base has just fallen away a little bit. That's why I had that significant pace change from about 6.5, 7 kilometers. I've got to work on my aerobic base more. That's what the MAF's going to do. It's going to help me build that aerobic base up again. I did mention early on that it was quite humid. Did get quite warm as well, so that would have contributed towards the higher heart rate later on. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that for the first one. I ran in the New Balance Fuel Cell RC Elites version 1. I did run in a carbon plated shoe for that MAF test. Haven't done that before in a MAF test. I think the last MAF test I did was, oh wow, probably a couple of years ago. And then obviously when I first started the channel, did lots of MAF running and lots of MAF tests. Plenty of MAF test videos here on the channel if you want to go back and look at those, guys. Yeah, a bit of a difference running in the carbon plated shoes. I really like the RC Elites. I prefer the 2s obviously, because I ran that sub 3 hour marathon at Melbourne a couple of months ago now. But I'll continue to run in these shoes now for the next MAF tests that I do. I'll keep everything pretty much as similar as possible, so that I can get a gauge on how that aerobic base is going, how I'm building. Last night I did a 20k run as well. A little bit of that would have been in the legs this morning, so that run was finished about 14 hours ago. Probably contributed to as well to the higher heart rate later in that MAF test. If you are running to the MAF, guys, make sure you do throw in a MAF test every now and then. They do recommend every 4 weeks, just to gauge your progress running to the MAF method. For me, I'm going to probably do these every 3 weeks, because I'm getting close to Tarawera. We're down into 12 weeks now in a few days, and I may even sneak another one in maybe 2 weeks before Tarawera as well, and that'll sort of give me a really good gauge on how much improvement I hopefully have had through this training block. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed coming along on that MAF test with me. If you are running to the Maffetone Method, let me know down in the comments how you're getting on with it. Are you doing your MAF tests? Are you seeing significant improvements? Are you seeing no improvement? Let me know. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, take care, happy running, and I'll see you in the next video.